Okay, so acrobatics, go.
Acrobatics, yep. I'm gonna try and kick this Minotaur in his stupid face. Oh, that's very good. That is a 26 total.
26 total. Boy, howdy, that's a success. So, you swing over, just kick him square in the face, and you want to land on their truck.
Yeah, I
like
want
on the
to.
hood?
Basically, what I want to do is I want to jump from the top of ours, kick him in the face, and see if I can just like gain control of the wheel for a quick second to try and get them to ram into the side of like the wall before I can jump back. And failing that, I'll just take control of the car myself.
Okay, so considering how well this just went for you, that was a freaking amazing roll, and combined with that nat 20 there, here's what's going to happen. So, Elias just drop kicks this Minotaur in the face as he was about to swerve into John, right?
Mm-hmm.
You kick him in the face, he slides over, since he doesn't have a seatbelt, he slides over into the passenger side. You're now in there with him. The orc that was shot by John, like, reaches his arm through, like, tries to grab you by the neck, but you just feel the grip weaken as you then turn and look at him, and all the color is just draining from his face as he falls off the side of the truck and just starts rolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a dead orc.
Yeah.
Was it from the shotgun?
Shit.
The shotgun wound, or
Yes. Yes.
a little more shrapnel? All right. Do I need to do another action for this? Like, I'm in control of the vehicle now.
So, yeah.
You can't drive a
Yeah,
lot.
no,
No, I
not
can't.
really. So, the question here is, actually, no. So, since that was so good, and I put this at that hard level, right? I should have told you, but yeah, this was one of those hard ones. Is it going to count for 2?
Okay. So
Heck yeah.
what I want to do is I want to jam the wheel.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to jackknife this thing.
Hell yeah.
I know enough that if I throw the wheel hard in one direction and slam the let's go ahead and slam the gas.
Ooh.
Slam the gas, jackknife the wheel, and as I'm doing that, I want to just gingerly hop back on top of the holy roller.
Okay, so you do all of that. The Minotaur scrambles to get back to the wheel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But by the time he's getting over to the wheel, he's already going over the embankment
Oh fuck!
there. As you see this thing flip onto its side, and you see the Minotaur get just chucked from the front, like through the front windshield, and rolls and like crashes into some guys' cars that were sitting off in the spectators area.
I'm going to.
Right. Luckily, nobody was standing right in that general path to get just killed by the car. But those people who he just crashed into with his body, they don't look too happy.
I'm going to stand up on top of the holy roller, gingerly dust myself off, and climb back inside.
Hell yeah. All right.
Pat's gonna give a
forward.
good job, Elias. I'm gonna give a celebratory honk on the horn, and I will edit into the post-processing the sound of the horn, which is skull trumpet.
So,
Jerry's gonna lean forward and turn the radio to max.
hell yeah. Speaking of, as Highway Star rounds the corner here, followed closely by Delta Squad, Grenade Bike, Death Trap, and Dune Crawler, and you guys on the inside line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Giron. Enforcer is down.
Quick question: how did the crowd react to that?
Okay, so it's taken them a little bit to process what just happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as they see you guys rounding the corner, the crowd is going to erupt with cheers, primarily centered at Elias, but you can also, as John like pulls himself back up, right?
Oh, so I didn't fall off. That's good.
No,
news.
you did not. You did not fall off. You were just very close to if you didn't get saved. But you can see a lot of cheers just coming for your guys' car in general.
Oh.
People aren't entirely sure how to call out for you, though, primarily because of the question mark.
All right, so how does Prime Shot work in this fight?
You are assumed to always have it.
What is a prime shot?
Prime Shot is a Warlock class feature where if he is the closest ally to a target, he gets a +1 to range attack rolls on him.
So Jerry's just going to be like sitting in the back seat, hands behind his head, kind of yawn a bit, look out the window, and see how close Dunecrawler and Grenade Bike are to each other.
Yes.
Kind of like stand up a little bit, lean out the window, point, like kind of get like a sly grin, and just like snap my fingers. And I'm going to use Shadow Tentacles on Death Trap.
Ooh.
Ooh, I know what's going on here.
So I'm going to make it easier for him. And before I do that though, I'm going to place a curse on. I'm going to use my item daily for it to curse Highway Star.
Oh, shit.
Wait, you can do that?
Yes,
you
you
can do
can.
Because my only other option is cursing Dunecrawler. I don't really have an interest in that.
So the flavor for this
would-
is Highway Star is you're going to see him look through his rear view mirror, right? And he's just going to see, like, instead of the scene that he should see, he just sees your eyes. And then they turn, look at him, right? And then disappear. You see him start driving a little erratically.
That's cool
all
as
right,
fuck.
Let's make this easier for our little. Let's make it a little easier for our goblin friends. All right, so Shadow Tentacles is going to be area burst 1 within 10, and this is going to affect each creature in the burst. So that's going to be 1d8 versus reflex.
It's a
D20.
yeah. You
plus
roll
8.
your d20.
1d20 plus 8. Fuck it. Whatever. It was almost a nat 20. That's going to be 19 plus 8. That's a 27 versus reflex on everyone there.
27 versus reflex. Okay, where was the center? Where was the center of your blast here?
To where like it's placed on Death Trap, but to where it hits all 3 of them.
So this.
It's on the top.
Wait,
the
aren't
top
those
square.
guys our friends though? One of them?
Yeah,
I mean, friend's a strong word.
you're going to target
I'm
Dunecrawler
making it
too.
easier for them. I have to.
No, you don't.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay,
I
you
see
remember
it.
an area
Let's
burst
put
1.
it right here. It's a burst 1, so this would be like right here.
Okay, so you're centering it here. So
Yes,
this,
they hit both Death Trap and Grenade Bike.
like right there, that area.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at the bottom of Grenade Bike, targeting Death Trap and Grenade Bike. Okay,
Yes.
that's where I thought you were putting it, since you were saying target those guys. But
Yeah.
for the record, just declare your centered targets. So yes, that will hit.
Oh, yeah. All right. So that is going to be. Let me pull up my sheet here. 1d10 plus 6.
Yay.
That's going to be 9 damage.
Okay, and what does this look like?
You're going to see these tires start to slow down just a little bit. Kind of going to see some like some tacks just kind of like materialize at the bottom of the track.
Ooh.
So they are now slowed after their tires hit these. And these tacks are going to start freezing onto
Ooh,
them.
nice. Okay, so these guys, yeah. Highway Star starts to pull ahead, followed closely by Delta Squad. Then Death Trap and Grenade Bike are going to get like right up on each other, but you guys are going to get the inside line here, and along with Dunecrawler start to pull ahead.
I'm going to point at Dunecrawler and then point at Grenade Bike and then point to Death Trap.
All right.
points.
That's a lot of points. So
A lot of points.
that is actually very good setup for that plan, but Dunecrawler is going to kind of look back at you, like confused a little bit. If you remember, you said that you wanted to swing him into like Highway Star or something, but they're just going to go ahead. They're just going to go for it. So, let me roll this. Oh no.
Are they going to fuck this up?
No, they got a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh no!
Boom! I'll edit in another.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. Death Trap. Okay. So you give them the signal, and then Dunecrawler launches out one of those grappling hooks. It lands right in the dead center of the joint connecting the sidecar to the main bike here, right?
Oh no.
Then as they rip that back, the sparks from the metal on metal, like it's all rusted out, lands, and you just see the entirety of that sidecar go up in flames. As
holy shit.
They have a little bit of a grab on the sidecar that is now exploding, and as they round this corner, they swing half of Grenade Bike, and here, let me just make Grenade Bike a lot smaller, because they now have there is now half of them straight into the back of Death Trap, taking out one of their wheels, and as the smoke and dust clears as you guys round this corner, you cannot see the guy who was on the back of Death Trap anymore. He's just gone.
The guy on the chair?
Yeah.
That was a bad spot to sit, to be honest.
It was, but they also they've also lost a wheel and are driving very, very erratically at this point.
Have we not
I'm
passed
going to
them?
wave at the crowd and then sit back down.
Yes.
How did the crowd react to that?
The crowd is going to go basically silent after like seeing all of this shit happen on this corner, but as the dust clears around this corner, right? Because there were just so many crashes and things that they can barely see anything. As Death Trap comes out with one wheel missing, Grenade Bike comes out half of it, and you guys come out entirely untouched with a crazy elf on your roof, the crowd's going to flip out.
Hell yeah.
And you'll notice as you like round this corner and look, Rakraprak is no longer on his little throne there, but is in fact on the bridge, staring directly at you guys, and he doesn't look happy. So, Patton.
Alrighty.
So we didn't pass Grenade Bike or Death Trap, though? We're still in last?
No, actually, I was just trying to find a good way to set this up, but Dunecrawler is going to give up their spot to you here. But Grenade Bike, you're like right up on Grenade Bike now.
Alright.
Highway Star
cool,
and
cool.
And Delta Squad are still a bit up.
That's kind of what I figured.
Alright, let me take another screenshot. There we are.
So the half of Grenade
Alright.
Bike that is missing is the sidecar, which is just exploded off in the
They're
Yeah,
corner.
that's just gone.
Alright.
So it's just bike at this point.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, let me just rename it to Bike. Bike.
I hope the two goblins' names were Grenade and Bike.
They probably were. Also, the Jumbotron
We
is just
killed
going to
Bike.
change to Bike. They round the corner. You're adjacent to Grenade Bike, right? And as you guys come out of this dust cloud, you see him turn, look at you, point at you guys, and yell something, and then turn and look. And there's no sidecar. Turns and looks back at you guys, and then starts trying to move away.
Oh no. You have made a mistake, Mr. Bike.
Alright. So what Patton's gonna do, this isn't the only racetrack on the rock. You know, I've seen these, you know, it's much smaller in scale, not nearly as fancy. But I'm gonna go ahead and try and roll a history check to see if I can recognize any types of, like, if there was some kind of specific technique, if, you know, when you're trailing directly behind someone like Delta Squad.
Ooh.
You know,
Drafting.
You're going to call back to some of that.
It's in Mario Kart.
Drafting.
Has
Yeah,
Patton been to Daytona?
Probably.
I may have been. Anyway, so is that cool if I roll that for history?
Yeah, if you're bringing up like your knowledge of fucking old NASCAR races, then yeah.
Yep.
If you're going to like channel
Alright.
your inner NASCAR driver and just go, okay, this is how they do that. Hell yeah.
I'm going to turn left
yeah.
better than anyone has ever turned left before.
Okay, so I did roll a 4, but you said channel my inner NASCAR driver. I'm gonna go ahead and use Memory of 1,000 Lifetimes.
Oh,
and add a D6
shit.
onto that. I got another 4, so that is 20 even.
So 20 even. This is actually sick. So what's going to happen here is that Bike here is going to peel off, right? He's having none of this. Highway Star and Delta Squad are going to take up the, you know, outside line. They're curving in to come onto the inside later, right? They're riding the side banks. And you're going to go, wait, I've seen this before. Like, I know how to do this. Like, I watched those tapes, right? And then as you start doing it, the scenery around you is going to change, right? Like, you look around and you see a sea of humans all cheering for you. It's broad daylight. You look down, you're in some weird car, you're in some weird suit. You look ahead of you and you just see hundreds or like, dozens of these cars all in front of you, bright ass colors. But your body just reacts on its own. You guys see Patton kind of go into a bit of a trance.
The eyes go like, it's like a single square pupil, just...
Yeah, shifts cleaner than you've ever seen him shift before, right? And he starts hauling ass. As you guys get into this next corner here, you see Patton just get right up on Delta Squad, like bumper to bumper here. And then as you guys round this corner, you can see the pupils like narrow a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he just swoops right underneath them, like not making any contact, drifting around the corner. He kicks it into a drift, like clips the outer embankment slightly, and just barely misses Delta Squad's bumper, sliding into second place.
Elias is grabbing out of the side of the hood.
Yeah.
The side of the roof.
Like, things just got a bit crazy. And then as you round this corner coming up to the first lap, you kind of snap out of it. Everything goes black again, and you just see the outlines. But, hey, wait, I'm in second now. Nice.
Has John been dangling, by the way, this whole time?
No, he got back up.
Okay, I
did
wasn't
one
sure.
I'm really missing that car door now.
Yeah, he's probably glued to that car door. So, speaking of, as Delta Squad is on your guys' bumper, John is up.
We have 2 successes for the skills challenge, right?
You have 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yours counted for 2.
All right.
And that was one just now.
I didn't realize my counted.
It was pretty cool, and it was also very risky.
I really have no idea what to do in a race.
You have this shotgun.
I just want to go over there and shoot someone, because that's what I know best.
Then feel free to, John. Or, the car is full of stuff.
Yeah. Whatever you want is in there, man.
I'm feeling around for my walkie-talkie at this point.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you?
All right, yeah. So I think I'm gonna hop out the side,
Mm-hmm.
kind of get up on the roof,
Yep.
and I assume
Next to
I
Elias?
can get into the back like that.
Yep.
I really hope this wood is strong enough to hold an orc and an elf.
Yeah,
Slide in
Elias
there,
is
I'm
on the
gonna
roof.
Look around for something, I don't know, explosive.
Yep,
my
you can
friend.
definitely find it.
Okay, so I find just something that make a loud noise, big smoke cloud, that kind of thing,
Sure.
and I'm gonna turn around, see Delta Squad, and I'm gonna throw it at him as an intimidate check.
No, hold on, John. I'm not going to allow you to do this until you come up with a name for it.
Fuck up, John's holy hand grenade. Fuck you.
John's
That's what John's calling it.
It has a name scrawled on it that's really cool, but John is just not having it.
Dr. Bricksmaster's patent pending, fearsome fog.
I got a 26.
Oh, why are you guys rolling so well?
I don't fucking know.
Surprisingly
Where was
competent.
this last combat?
We are all Mad Max.
Okay, so you throw down this mixture of a smoke bomb with a bit more kick, right? And Delta Squad has to slow down as they go through this smoke because now it's just a blind corner, right? But you've bought yourself a lot of room between you and them, and as you pass to make it the first lap, it is you and Highway Star in the lead, followed pretty far behind by Delta Squad behind that bike, Death Trap, and then Dune Crawler. Dune Crawler is actually going to pass Death Trap at this point.
I think any hopes of Doom Crawler helping us with Highway Star are kind of out of the running now, though.
Not necessarily. Highway Star is probably going to have to lap them.
Next up is Elias.
All right, let me think about this. All of my stuff is pretty close range in terms of damage.
I would not recommend getting close.
No, I'm not gonna try and I'm not gonna try and jump onto Highway Star. No. That's a bad idea.
Oh, I've got a super cool idea, but I can't tell you it.
I've got a super.
Now,
good
okay,
idea.
question: How
And I'm
does
going to tell
if
you
I
it.
have attack stuff, right? That does movement effects. How does that work?
So in this case, that would probably be done via like you having Specky like drag shit around, right? Or influencing where he can move, right?
Okay, that's what I was.
Because you're assumed to be constantly moving forward.
Now I can't do something like I pretty much cannot use stunning palm here.
You could try to knock Highway Star out behind the wheel.
All right. But it's range melee touch.
Yeah, you would have to get over there. Because you're not
Can I-
adjacent yet.
Well, yeah. So what I'm wondering is there any way that I can I use like the shift ability of like I'm wondering if I can get the car to be close enough for me, something like that.
Okay, so if you want to move on your turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, if you're going to try and make a jump like that, it would just be a normal move action, but with a acrobatics check attached.
No, I mean, I don't want to try and jump onto the car.
Oh, okay. You're trying to get.
I think I get what you're saying. You want to give like us a little bit of bump.
Yeah, what I want to do is I want to see if I can get our car right up behind it.
There's an easy way to give us a little bit of a speed boost.
Yeah, so I can walk onto the hood of our car and use Specky to like sling a rock at him, real centered.
Fling a rock?
This is a very elaborate plan to throw a rock at him.
Well, no, it's a stunning palm thing, so I'm not just like trying to hit him in the head with a rock. What I'm gonna try and do is like break his fucking hand.
Oof. Rough. Okay, so in this case then, just because of where you guys are and because you're not quite at the finishing the skill challenge bit, right? You can't just, you can't do all of that in one go. Or if you wanted to do all of that in one go, it would be really damn hard.
Okay, so I'll avoid doing something that would finish it like that.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could attack him.
Well, that's the thing is I can't really do much attacking because I'm all melee.
Right, so then maybe you could do some setup for doing that on this
Yeah,
turn.
I'm just trying to think of how I would go about doing that with the skills challenge. Okay, this counts as like this place is like a dungeon, right?
Yeah.
Um,
No.
Well, what I'm thinking
but yeah.
is in terms of how it's constructed, like potholes, areas to avoid, things, little nicks and traps and stuff like that.
Sure.
You mean, is the racetrack covered in like stuff, or is the racetrack clear?
Not anymore when you're coming up to this corner.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is where everything
So
exploded.
the thing is that this doesn't get brought up about Elias very often, but I actually have a bonus 10 in Dungeoneering.
I'm
That
sorry.
is- Yeah.
So
And perception, I guess. So let's do perception. I think that makes more
Yeah.
sense here. What I want to do is I want to get on the hood of the car, and I want to. I mean, I wonder if is Specky fast enough to do stuff like this to like clear pieces of the track out of the way.
yeah,
Like,
if you had him
with-
like shoot out little tendrils and just like bop shit.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Is I want to use perception to spot the things, and then have Specky like sling out tendrils to get it out of the way, so we don't have to swerve
And just
lose
start
speed.
bopping shit out of the way. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because just avoiding the stuff means that we have to turn the wheel, and then we lose speed, and that's bad.
Yes.
And Highway Star doesn't have any way to get stuff, so he's got to be swerving and moving.
Yeah, he is. But he is deftly avoiding all of this shit. It's like he's not.
Well,
even
yeah,
slowing
he's
down going
good.
through
But,
it.
so I need to. I want to like even it up so that we can actually make some gains.
All right.
Yeah, perception.
Mhm.
That is going to be a 21.
21. Could you guys roll bad like once?
I mean, that technically is bad, but I have a 12 in perception, so
So, yes, this is going to be very successful as Highway Star comes into this corner. He is taking the inside line fiercely, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
But having Specky bop shit out of the way, including a couple of broken bottles that very clearly would puncture tires, broken Molotov cocktails, bits of shrapnel, things like that. He just starts clearing them out of the way. Just bop, bop, bop,
Yeah,
bop,
with
bop, bop,
horrifying
bop, bop.
tendrils.
Yes. There is now an elven Dr. Octopus just shoving shit out of the way on top of your car.
I'm
And
enjoying this, by the way.
So you guys pull up into this corner. You're like side by side, right? And as we get up to Giron's turn, Highway Star is going to turn, look directly at Giron, is going to hold up a walkie-talkie, and is going to like drift a little bit, kick up a dust cloud, and as your turn starts, there's a walkie-talkie in your lap.
He tossed a walkie-talkie to Darren.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. So the Minecraft Let's Player failed,
Not necessarily.
but that doesn't mean I can't set this shit off.
Well, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're about to find out.
All right, so it's your turn. Are you going to... You hear something coming from that walkie-talkie. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna listen. Can I listen in first and then take an action?
Yeah, sure. So as you guys come out around this corner, the first thing he says to you is, I'm going to turn that cow into hamburger. You in?
Well, my friend, I don't make deals with wood elves. Just gonna put that down. I'm going to kick out my side of the door here, because this is my side he's up against.
Yeah.
Yep.
And gonna put a little finger gun out at him. And I'm gonna roll streetwise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That's gonna be a 28 in total. And I'm gonna point
Just
my
keeps
finger
fucking
gun
happening.
out at him, pull out my own walkie-talkie, and say, no, actually, hold on. Yeah,
Wait, how is this a streetwise check?
Yeah, how is that a streetwise check?
because isn't the plastic explosive activated by the frequency?
What?
Yeah, but that's using technology.
What do you want me to check then?
I'm not entirely sure, but...
Whatever it was, I rolled a 17 on the die.
Okay.
No.
That's not how this works.
You have to describe what you're doing first.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to try and set off the plastic explosive.
Okay.
Well, do you even know if it's there?
He's gonna find out.
Some random part of town fucking
Well, I mean,
explodes.
I succeeded, so
No.
I'm going to-
See, you succeeded in
In jumping
Okay, I'm
the gun a
stepping
bit.
on the DM's toes here, but you've succeeded in what you're attempting to do. You can't retroactively make the plastic explosive be there.
Okay, so
Yes,
can I do streetwise to see if it's there first?
that's
What?
not streetwise.
I mean,
That would be perception to
Well,
see if it's underneath.
Okay,
it.
perception.
and
I'm
he just
stepping on the
and Elias
DM's
just
toes
used
again.
and Elias just used perception. So
Jerry, what I would use is I would use insight. I guess I don't know.
I have no bonus to insight. I'm not letting this go down to insight.
Here's your wait. Arcana, wasn't it?
yeah,
Magic. It's a magic banana, right?
yeah,
That's what it was.
What?
yeah. It was
I mean,
a
would
magic.
Arcana work for this?
Yes,
To
if you're
detect if it's
using
there,
Arcana Arcana is both both using magic and tech in general broad strokes.
Okay, so do you want me to re-roll it, or can I keep my 17?
Reroll, please, because the thing is that you need to describe what you're doing first, call out what the skill is, and then roll. Because otherwise you're like it leads to some wacky nonsense.
Okay.
Well, we don't want any wacky stuff in our game.
Hey Dan,
Yeah?
you know what I just got?
What?
A nat fucking 20.
Nice.
That's bullshit.
So,
Why are we
Jerry,
so
hold
good at
on.
D&D?
Hold on.
Up. So
Jerry's. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna look at him, have my finger gun pointed straight at him, and I'm gonna say bang and click it.
okay, so you remember how I said? You remember how there was like a big old like kerfluffle at the very start there, right?
Yeah.
So, oh jeez, the fucked up thing is that I pre-rolled this. I pre-rolled this, so I don't want it to be like he rolled a nat 20, but not the exact thing that he intended is going to happen.
No, just it's nat 20 is a success for what he was
Yes,
attempting
and this
to
is
do. He can't
and it is going to
retroactively change
also
it.
it's also going to advance what you guys are trying to do in a cool way. So, yes. What you're going to see is Highway Star is going to turn back at you, point the finger gun back at you, and do it at the same time, right? And you see underneath the catwalk that Rakrapurk is standing on, right?
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
You see that little fly explosive sitting like right underneath him, right? And he's just gonna say, "Thanks, buddy," and boom.
Oh.
I'm going to look at Highway Star, and can I like convey respect that I just earned? Because that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he moved our plastic explosives.
Yeah, but that was pretty fucking cool.
It was cool. I don't care.
So, what you are going to see now is that's going to count for 2 and is also going to conclude this. These guys start to all screech to a halt as this scaffolding collapses, right? Highway Star is going to spin out and just turn to face you guys, right? Is going to
He's
stop.
driving backwards now?
Yeah, he's driving backwards and he slows to a stop, right?
Uh-huh.
And turns to look, right?
Yeah. Patton's going to go ahead and stop. The race is over.
Yeah, he's going to walk out to you guys like while he stopped. He was like, as he was pulling that donut, he spins up a huge dust cloud around you guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to walk over right up to the car. Look, we don't have much time until this clears. You guys wanted money, you're going to get it, right? But I don't know if you noticed, but I don't think your little friend is where she is. Is where you think she is. And I've got something personal I need to deal with him. So, you in?
Yeah, man. That was really cool. All that shit talking earlier.
Choice.
I just see Jerry just like pushing me and Jad to the side. Yep, I'm in. Let's do it. Just jumping out the window.
Like, that was the coolest thing I think I've seen as far as like my plan going wrong, but in an awesome way.
He's going to start walking back to his car. He's going to like he's going to start walking backwards. Just time to chase the Minotaur through the damn labyrinth. Gets back into his car, turns it on, and you guys see from that scaffolding, from that like high tower, you see Rakrapurk like holding on to one of the edges. He is singed and pretty beat up, but he throws himself back up onto the top of this like, you know, throne tower that he's built. You see him yank a big lever, right? And the whole thing falls down. His whole throne situation like falls down like in a free fall, like an elevator sort of thing. And then you see from underneath it and let me describe this thing. Rakrapurk comes out on he comes out on the other side of the like right out near the starting line here. He comes out on a fairly oversized chopper. It is all black with some like metallic red undertones. Completely sleek, and for the handles, you see these curved like bright steel pipes for the handles, and on the end where the where the clutch and the brake would be, right? They are gigantic axe heads. You see him pop one off, twirl it a bit, crack it back in, kick the kickstand out, start the thing up, and from the massive exhaust pipes on the back, you see some flames come out as he just stares, red-eyed, bleeding from the mouth, and starts rushing over to you guys.
All right, so where was Doc supposed to be standing again?
Doc was supposed to be in the
tower, right?
Well, no, Doc was supposed to be probably in her workshop or watching somewhere. And as you guys take a look around, right, you see that she is up near where his throne was, right?
Mm-hmm.
with a couple of guns pointed at her. And she looks down at you guys, looks at Elias wearing the backpack and kind of winces. Just like, I'm in trouble, but that's still probably the weirdest thing here.
The Specky backpack is actually cool as fuck. And I don't care. Okay?
So.
Is that what you yell up at her?
No.
Yes.
So what happens following is not exactly another whole skill challenge or anything, mechanically speaking, but whatever. So Highway Star starts peeling off as you guys are now being pursued, and from the stands, you see several other motorcycles start to follow in behind him. You see a couple of goblins on, like, thrown together mini choppers with just like some wrenches for the handles, kind of in the same setup, and then a couple of gnolls on these very, very sleek sport bikes that have some fairly long, thin blades coming from the center axle and the wheels. And these guys are now tailing you. Highway Star is going to jump the barrier, since it's a curved dirt road. Is going to just jump right on over this. People clear out of the way. Are you guys gonna follow as well, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out,
yeah.
"Get inside the car!" as we leave the track.
As you guys pile in, as Highway Star peels out of here. People frantically getting out of the way as you follow behind him. As just a wake of people, there's just a spreading wake of the crowd moving out of the way. But he has to go slow to not hit anybody necessarily, as you guys start weaving in and out of parking lots and various other, set up areas with a ton of people in them. You at one point crash through what appears to be a small restaurant while being chased by this. But as you get back out onto the main road, you hear over that walkie-talkie, Highway Star says, "We're taking him to the graveyard," and clicks it. And as you guys keep following behind him, if you remember from that Google Map thing that I sent you,
Which we clearly don't.
I remember. Are we heading west, or are we heading
You're
north
heading west.
to Hot Springs?
you're heading west. So,
We're already in Hot Springs.
yes, you already are. You guys head down that main road that you came down again, like being followed. He's hot on your heels the whole way as you go down, and then he cuts off through a little side street and onto the main tarmac of the Memorial Field Airport. And all down this main tarmac, you just see rusted out planes all over the place, right? And rusted out bikes and trucks. Seems to be where they dump stuff that gets destroyed, right? That's just not salvageable, and they've been using it as a scrapyard. But Highway Star is going to peel off right into the middle here. It takes Rakraprak and his crew a bit longer to follow you guys in because they're on bikes and not off-road vehicles and the like. You guys duck into a little corner as Highway Star gets out and tells you, "Cover me while I gun for him." And let's roll some more initiative.
I am so pissed because I had so many cool names and ideas for what I wanted to do with the car.
You can still do them. You still have the car.
Oh, hell yeah. So this is still another car combat.
Yeah, this
combat,
can
if you
still,
will.
in fact, be car combat. So just to set the stage for the next episode, right? You guys are in the middle of this airport graveyard. As you turn back and look down the tarmac, you see Rakraprak and his cronies coming out at you guys hard and fast. You see him come out to within about 100 meters of you guys and rip the handlebars off of his bike, right? Those dual axes, spin them a bit, and then just hold them at his side as he is barreling down at you with this thing barely under control.
That's intimidating.
Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah, that was episode 19 of Revival, a Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast. You can find me, Tad, on YouTube, on the normal podcast Let Me Tell You About. Same place that we host this. It's also on iTunes, Google Play. You can find us on Twitter at Let Me Tell You PD. You can also send us an email or send in... we actually got a few emails in the backlog here. Questions for Jaron's show. We just haven't found a good story moment to have like a break to answer them in character and all that. That'll probably happen sometime soon, but you can send those emails through the Twitter, through the Discord that we have, or through the email at letmetellyyouabout@gmail.com. That's let me tell you about with 3 T's, because otherwise it wouldn't fit.
And you can find me at revivalmatt_ on Twitter. And you can also find me on the Discord, which I just need to say, it's pretty cool. I like it.
You can find me at HulkFan69 on Twitter. Don't follow it. It's just a bunch of wave shit. It's all in Japanese, and unless you speak Japanese, you won't understand it. But you could also follow us on Discord, the other podcast Let Me Tell You About. Got some episodes planned. Should be good time. Elias will continue to punch things without his shirt on.
And you can find me primarily on the Discord. If you send any emails to the Let Me Tell You About email address, I should be able to see them if Tad sends them along. Not on Twitter. None of those things. But yeah, get on the Discord.
And we also want to give a big thank you to our Patreon supporters who are super generous. It's fucking awesome. I listened to the first episode of Revival, and I wanted to die.
I can't listen to them because that mic quality makes me sound terrible.
Seriously, big shout outs to them. Like, we get a lot of people on the Revival Discord, the Revival chat. It's awesome. Like, people ask tons of questions. We really appreciate all the support. It's definitely made the mic situation a lot better.
Yeah, it's been great.
So, but that'll do it for this week. So we will see you guys next week with more Revival.
So, as a little, after the credits fade out thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the interesting thing with what just happened is I pre-rolled a couple of things to, figure out who would be doing what and when, right? How successful people would be at certain things. Like, basically I figured out I used some like percentile dice and things like that to figure out the over-under of certain things happening. And then I get to, will Highway Star notice the plastic explosive? And it was not a very generous roll for him to figure it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
He smashed it.
Got a 20?
Yeah, basically. So at that point, I was just like, oh no, this is gonna go interestingly. But that compounded with Dunecrawler nailing their role there led to everything going to shit a lot faster than I thought it would.
Well, that, and we actually performed competently this time.
No, yeah, you guys all
Which is
rolled
insane.
Ridiculously well. Like, what the hell?
I went into this expecting us to get fucking smashed. So I'm like, all right, I got 3 or 4 contingency plans. Like if the engine starts overheating, I've got this plan. And maybe I'll still be able to do them. It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be a ton of fun. I cannot wait for this big old combat thing.
See, I like that people set me up for getting Elias pissed off because I didn't have a way to actually get that in character. But since Jerry gave me the old alley-oop.
And then I accidentally closed my Audacity recording.